Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing another hunt through $50 of pennies. That's 5,000 pennies, so there's a lot of things potentially to be found, whether it's wheat pennies or error ones or maybe an Indian head cent. We still had that awesome Civil War cent find. That was really cool, and if we could do that again, that would be great as well. But we're also filling up some folders, so with that being said, I'm going to search for enders. I'll show you if I find any, and then we'll get right into the hunt. I update every time that I find something interesting. We're only 3 rolls in, and the last time that I found one of these was years ago. We have a proof penny in addition to a wheat penny reveal. Let's check out the dates on both of them. 1999S, check that out. That is an awesome find, and you can see the proof surfaces totally different from normal. They're pretty rare to find in coin roll hunting pennies, and really pumped to be able to pick that out as our first thing that I show off to you guys. And then we also have a 1958D wheat penny, but that proof is probably going to be one of the highlights of our hunt. Super pumped to find it. And we're not slowing the pace down either after that awesome set of finds. We've got another wheat penny right here. Let's do the reveal. And it's a 1957D, so nothing too crazy, but still fun to follow it up with 2 wheat pennies in a row. And about 4 rolls later, we have another reveal to do, so we'll see what we find here. 1952D, definitely one that we've already seen, but still fun to continue to add. At the beginning, it's important in a hunt to just get your totals up. And in our next roll, it's just more of a quick update. We had a 1944 wheat penny. It's pretty thin, but worn, not great looking, still a find though. And here we have another reveal to do, so just been getting a solid stream of the wheat cents here in the beginning of our hunt. 1957, again, not crazy, but that brings our total to either 4 or 5 so far, and that's pretty good in my opinion. And in our next roll, we got a fun bird cent. So this is the Canadian Centennial, and 1867 and 1967. I know Ryan from Quinn's Coins really likes finding these, so figured I'd give him a quick shout out. And it took about 6 or 7 rolls to get there, but we did find another wheat penny now. So that's 1946. Nothing crazy with the date or the specific coin, but just keeping on going. It's always interesting when you get a great find like that 1999S proof early, and everything's kind of a letdown, but we'll see if we can pick it back up with a slightly bigger find in the next few rolls. Now we're talking about 6 more rolls later, so it's been a little bit of a gap between these finds, but a 1945, I was thinking that said 43 in the weird light, and I was going to get really excited, but that's still another wheat penny that we're going to add. I think at this point we have 7 wheat pennies and 1 proof, so we have 13 rolls left in this first box. And just a very brief another update, we have a 1951, very worn shape, not great coin, but still 2 in a row again is always fun to find. Very next roll, we're going to make that 3 in a row, so we'll see what we have. Hoping for an older one. 1955D is still a fun find though, and I'll look forward to adding that to our collection. I feel like that's a date that we get less often, so I'm pretty happy about that. 2 more rolls later, and we're getting another one, so a lot of concentration here at the end of the first box. 1945, 5's pretty faded, but that just looks like normal wear. If I had seen this on the back first, I would have gotten excited about a potential very old find, so I'm kind of glad I saw it face up, and we'll keep on going through. And more finds that are not spectacular, but still great to add to our hunt. We had a 1952 here. And I should start researching more wheat penny errors. I know I do a lot of cherry picking. I don't actually do the cherry picking, but I learn a lot about it for some of the memorials. Don't know it as much, though, on the wheat pennies. 2 rolls later, and we have another reveal, so just tons in this last part of the box. 1952D is something that we've already found, but still not super common, so now we have 3 more rolls in this box. We'll see what happens. And check it out, with 2 rolls left, this is our second to last roll in the box. We got a 1924, while it is something that we've already found in a past episode, this is still a really good find. The pre-40s are always pretty difficult to come by, and a 1924 certainly extra special when compared to like an older 1931. That's not quite as special. So awesome find, and really happy about that. That officially makes this a very good box. And we just finished up the first box. We have 1 proof, 13 wheat pennies, 12 Canadians, and we'll see what happens in these. And in our second roll of the second box, we're going to pull our first 2 Wheaties, so we'll see what we have could be older maybe. 1940 is the older one, 1958 is the less old, and 2 solid finds, nothing crazy, but still great additions. Very next roll is going to find us a 1956D, so nothing special there, but I always tell you if I find something that I'm pulling out. And some great news, now at 5 rolls into the second box, we're going to get our 4th and 5th wheat pennies and 2 1948s. So also beat up shaped coins, but we could be pushing for one of the highest concentrations in a box if we continue this pace. And super pumped with this roll. It is a couple of them later, but check this out. So we started out with a 1957, which is cool, but we got this 1944S, and the S mint mark is kind of faint, but it's going to be our first one that we've ever found coin roll hunting, so it's going in the album. S stands for San Francisco, so minted out in California during World War II. Always look for the steel 1944. You probably will never find one. They're super difficult and pretty much not out there, but they're just fun to know about. They had some of those wrong plancha errors, but we'll keep on going with the last 41 rolls of this box. 2 more rolls later, we're going to have a Canadian flip, which is a 1980, but then 1956D wheat penny. And I'm super pumped about this one and very thankful that it came up on its back, because you never know, that makes it easier, so I get to see the reaction live. And it's a 1957D, so that's like negative exciting, but that I did not expect it to be in the 50s, so kind of a regular find, except it's really beat up, so it's even worse. There you go. And a little while passed, but we got a 1940 face-up, so we'll just continue with that. And we now have 23 rolls left in the box. And we got 3 wheat pennies in this one, so 2 are face up, 58D and 56D, so nothing too crazy there in terms of the dates. Then we have this one with a little bit of coloring. Oops, dropped it. And it is a 1952D, so nothing wild there either, just a lot of Denver, Colorado mint coins. After this, we'll have 14 rolls left, but we'll see what we have in the present one. 1944, so just a regular one. Still really happy about that 1944S, though, that we were able to get earlier. And this one looks really, really interesting, and that's because it appears to be like replated with something. It just doesn't look normal, but it's a wheat penny. And on the front, 1945, it's definitely been tampered with. It's kind of coming through in the video, but even more so in person. But that's what we got there. Another brief update, 7 rolls left and a 1945. This one has some interesting nicks, though, as you can see kind of throughout the coin. Probably going to make it a little less attractive, but still we have a lot of wheats in this second box especially. And there certainly is not a shortage of those. We got another one right in the beginning of the next roll, 1938 too, so that actually looks like it's in pretty good condition. I wonder if that'll be a folder upgrade. We'll see, but still fun to get that out of the roll. And now it's time for the wrap up of what has been a really awesome hunt. So we'll just start over here. We had a 61 and 63 uncirculated Canadian, and then the bird token, and then outside of that, we just had, I'll pan quickly, we had 20 total, Canadian finds, and then we had a bunch of 1950s wheat pennies. There weren't any special dates. I think I'm still looking for a 55S and a 54 and 54S maybe. And then we did have, though, one great find, which was a 1944S. That'll be the first one that I've ever found, so that's going in the folder. And then we had a 1924, a 1938. That gave us a total of 30 wheat pennies. And finally, check this out. We had this cool proof. You can see the cameo, the nice fields. So it's a little bit scuffed up from being in circulation, but more than happy to find it and show it to you guys. Fun first roll find. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to get in touch with me, do so on my website, treasuretownYT.com, my Instagram, TreasureTownYT, or my Facebook, TreasureTown. I've got links in the description, and I'll see you on some of my other videos.